What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 100, and yes guys, you read the title right. This episode is a 1 hour special long video, so I just want to say straight away thank you so much for all the support on this series. It really does mean a lot to me, and without you guys this series would not be possible, so thank you so much. And obviously leaving a like really does help this series, so if you want to leave a like on this video, it is a 1 hour special long video, please do so, because it really does help my channel out, and it only takes a second to click that like button. And I really hope you guys do enjoy this 1 hour special episode of my PS4 career mode. So what's in store for today's episode? Well, we've got 4 games in total. One of those is played live. That's our Champions League debut in this series, and the first Champions League game with Napoli this season. We've also got the Super Coppa, or whatever it's called in this, not Super Coppa, sorry, the Coppa Europe, or whatever it's called. The Super Cup, you know what it is, the Champions League winners vs Europa League winners the following season against Chelsea. We've got our opening 2 games in the Serie A, and of course our Champions League debut against PSV Eindhoven. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. That 4th game will be played live, and we also have some transfer business to do as well. But anyway guys, we start today's 1 hour video off against Chelsea here in the Coppa Europe, otherwise known as the UEFA Super Cup. And the first goal was scored by Chelsea. It was Jovetic who got the goal. So I came to this game, hoping to win this game. Of course, we're the Europa League winners, Chelsea are the Champions League winners, but after destroying Juventus in the Super Coppa, I was hoping to get a win in this game, but we did get off to a very bad start. We started to get ourselves into the game eventually. Here you see Ramirez give the ball away, and it's Captain Fantastic who gets the equalising goal. Marek Hamšík who gets it, really good finish after he dispossesses his man and makes it 1-1 here, so we're back on level terms. He's playing a little deeper now. He's playing in holding midfield instead of attacking midfield, as you would have seen, but I still think he's going to be very effective there. So Hamšík makes it 1-1 here. And straight from kick-off, Chelsea got on the ball with Lucas Piazon. It's Lucas Piazon on the ball for Chelsea. Eventually, Balotelli tackles him, and it comes to Lucas Moura. Balotelli then finds Insigne to Bariti. Eventually, the ball is lost. It comes back to Balotelli, who's running clear. He's got the pace to beat David Luiz, but he thunders a shot off the crossbar, and Chelsea managed to get the ball away. So still 1-1 here, but as I said, with this side, I definitely feel confident we can get a lot of goals, and we were attacking really well. Very unfortunate to still be on level terms. We were playing very well on offense, but straight from kick-off in the second half, some nice skill by Lucas as he goes down the right hand side, takes on Lucas Piazon and crosses the ball in, and there is Mario Balotelli, and the guy just cannot stop scoring at the moment. It's another goal for Balotelli, and that is 4 goals in 2 games already, and he is looking like an absolute bargain for just 20 million plus Higuain. Great cross by Lucas, lovely little team goal there as well, straight from kick-off, nice passing, good cross by Lucas Moura, and a great header by Balotelli. Beats 2 defenders in the air and finds the top corner with his header, and makes it 2-1 here. So we take the lead in the Super Cup as we look for our second trophy in just a couple of weeks starting the season. So we just got off to such an amazing start, and we want it to continue. So Balotelli gets the goal, and it's Chelsea 1, Napoli 2. And just past the hour mark here, Chelsea good the ball away. It comes to Lucas. He gets a great touch to get around Marcelo, crosses the ball in towards Balotelli, and he puts the ball into the back of the net with a lovely volley to make it 3-1. And Chelsea's game plan had just been completely over at this stage. They got off to a good start with Jovetic, but after that it was all Napoli, and what a lovely volley by Balotelli. The guy is so good, with his feet and with his head. He's such a clinical finisher, and I'm sure he's going to rack up at least 20 goals in the Serie A this season. Brilliant finish by Balotelli, lovely and composed, no chance for Courtois, and it's Chelsea 1, Napoli 3, and we are on our way to our second trophy of the season. We've only had a few weeks in the game, so it's 3-1 here. Balotelli gets another goal. That's 4 goals in 2 games for him. What a start he's having to his Napoli career, and it's 3-1. And in the 81st minute here, we have some nice passing as El Kaddouri plays the ball out wide to Eden Hazard, playing against his former club. He finds Vargas here. Vargas gets past David Luiz, rolls it through to Hazard. He shoots. It's blocked, but it comes back to Insigne. He's tackled. Then Vargas finds El Kaddouri. He tries to curl into the top corner, but it's just wide of Courtois' goal. And it's still 3-1, but it was only going to be a matter of time before we did score the 4th goal. And in injury time here, Fabio dispossesses his man and finds Vargas. He seems to chest it onto Hamšík, who gets past 2 defenders with the fake shot, keeps on going, chips it through towards the run of Vargas off the bench here. David Luiz gets in the way of his man, and eventually as Ronaldo trots around Courtois, he gets taken down. The referee gives a penalty, but he didn't actually get taken down, and that was the funny thing. He got tackled, he got clipped by Courtois, but he stayed on his feet. And to be honest, I thought the referee should have played advantage, because the ball was still going to be in his control, and I thought maybe you could just put the ball into the empty net, but instead the referee gave a penalty. But it was going to be Hazard that would stand up and take it. Of course, the former Chelsea player playing against his former club, and in injury time a great chance to get his first goal for Napoli against his former club, and he does do so. Courtois stays down the middle, Hazard puts it to Courtois' right and to Hazard's left, and that makes it 4-1, and it's a goal for Hazard. He shows respect against his former club, no celebration, but he makes it Chelsea 1, Napoli 4. So without doubt, this is going to be another emphatic win for us in the final. Well, a one-game final, obviously, but a one-game tournament, I should say. But yeah, the trophy was going to be ours. Hazard sealed it to make it 4-1, and that meant in 2 games we would have 2 trophies and 7 goals were scored. So as I said in the previous episode, we made so many good offensive signings and we could be a really, really good attacking side this year. Well, we're clearly proving it straight away against 2 very, very good sides in Chelsea and Juventus. We'd put 7 goals past them on our way to winning 2 trophies straight away. So Chelsea 1, Napoli 4 would be the final score. As you see Marcelo get the ball there and the referee blows the full time. And I'm very, very happy to win another trophy straight away. So we've already won 4 trophies here at Napoli. We've only been here for about 8 months. And the future really is bright with this Napoli side. So many young talents, so many incredible players we brought in. And, you know, as I said, I'm open to leaving Napoli this year. I'm open to staying with Napoli. Whatever happens, I know that Napoli are going to be an incredible force for the rest of the series. Because the side we are going to be leaving them with, if we do leave, this year, next year, or whenever, if we do leave Napoli, the side we have left them with is a young, talented side with incredible world-class players, you know, and they just look, there isn't a weak link in the side, there really isn't, because, you know, even past the first 11, you still have some incredible players that can't even get into the side. Florenzi, Lukaku, Carrasco, all on the bench, Fidelef, you know, all these players are 80 plus, and they still can't get into the side. So it's such an awesome side. It's no wonder we've won 2 trophies straight away and scored 7 goals in these 2 games against 2 very good sides in Juventus and Chelsea. And yeah, it's our first ever Super Cup win in this series with Napoli. And it just feels great. Sorry, it's our second Super Cup win, but our first one with Napoli. And yeah, it feels great to get another trophy under our belts here. 4 trophies in just about 8 or 9 months, and it just feels absolutely fantastic to know that this side that we have rebuilt since the AI clearly couldn't manage them very well just looks absolutely incredible. And I don't really know who's going to stop us from retaining our Serie A title, you know, because I would have thought Juventus would have sort of laid out their intentions in the Supercoppa in the first game we played this season. Instead, we battered them 3-0. You know, I can't see any side being able to stop us from retaining the Serie A title, and I definitely believe that in the Champions League this year we could really, really cause some problems. But anyway, after that we saw that we got some money for winning the Super Cup, and Raphael says that he wants a new contract, and I'm like, for goodness sake, mate, I'm not a big fan of you anyway, and to be honest, like, you know, you should be lucky you're staying at the club on the bench, you know, let alone, you know, getting a new contract. But we asked the board for £5 million, but how about this? The board came back to us after we requested some funds and said, we reviewed your request. Unfortunately, given your performance at the club, we're not confident at this time that these additional funds will bring success to the club. We have thus decided not to approve your request. And I was like, are you serious? Are you actually serious? In 8 months, in about 8 months, we have transformed Napoli to surely one of the strongest sides in the world. And you're basing the fact you're not going to give us any money on the fact that we've apparently underperformed with 4 trophies. What on earth are you talking about? That's just annoying. You know, I wouldn't have minded had they said we're in a financial crisis or whatever, or, you know, just made up some BS that they can't afford to give us any more money. But to be honest, to say that we haven't performed well enough to give them enough reasoning to give us just £5 million, that's just an insult. That's just a middle finger right to my face. That's terrible. But I guess we don't really need it. We've already signed the players we wanted and then some, so it's not really important, but I just thought, you know, it's worth trying anyway. But we took on Cagliari for the first game of the Serie A, the new season, with our new look Napoli side. So many new players, and we were looking to get off to a great start here at the Stadio San Paolo for our first league game, for our title defence as well this season. And we were looking to get off to a very good start, and having put 7 goals past Chelsea and Juventus on our way to winning 2 trophies in 2 games, I thought this would get off to a very good start. But instead, it was the opposing side, Cagliari, who came through for the first attack. It was their number 9 who collected the ball and eventually rolled it through, and the shot hit the post and Bardi collected a rebound. So almost Cagliari taking the lead in this game. And in the 45th minute you see Carrasco making his Napoli debut, win the ball, shoot from range, but his shot was fingertips by the goalkeeper and put wide for a corner there. What a save it was by Adan. Really strong stop, and I thought that was just about going to find the bottom corner, but instead it was a great save by the goalkeeper, and it was still 0-0. And from the corner it was Vargas who crossed the ball in towards towards Ogbonna, but the goalkeeper claimed it, and that would signal the end of the first half. So 45 minutes into the first game of the new season in the Serie A, and it was scoreless. So, you know, there was me thinking it would be a routine victory, maybe like 4 or 5 goals, and Cagliari had the first chance, they'd hit the post, and in reality it was a very balanced game. So 0-0, and I was finding it very, very difficult to break down the opponents. And I know Balotelli was rested for this game because this game was just a couple of days after the game against Chelsea, but even so I was finding it very, very difficult to break them down. It was still 0-0, but straight from kick-off in the second half we laid out our intentions. We wanted to get ourselves the opening goal. Here you see Lucas get around his man with a lovely piece of skill, nice little roulette there after the double step over. He ends up getting back onto his left foot. Then he stops the ball, tries to scoop turn past his man, he can't do it, but Carrasco picks up the ball, crosses the ball in towards Vargas, and his header is well saved by Adan, and it's still Napoli 0, Cagliari 0, and from the corner here it's Vargas who crosses the ball in towards the head of Ogbonna. It's up in the air, he goes for the bicycle kick, but it goes wide of the post, so still 0-0, and to be honest, I was, getting a little bit nervous, because even though we were attacking very well, Cagliari seemed to hold on to the ball so well, and we couldn't really create too many chances, and in the 82nd minute it was still scoreless, and as you see Hazard find Hamsik here. He chips the ball over the top towards Lucas. This was surely going to make it 1-0, but no, Lucas, 89 overall, the joint best player in the side, completely misses the target from about 12 yards out. What a chance it was for Lucas there on the half volley. Yes, it's his left foot, but even so he drags his shot wide, and I have no idea how Lucas missed that, and it was still 0-0. And for the chances we had in the second half, we didn't have too many, to be honest. That was without doubt the best one, and we couldn't take it, and it was still 0-0. I had so many attacking players playing this game. I actually had Lukaku playing centre half, but it was still 0-0. And in the 84th minute here, we picked the ball up with Florenzi here off the bench. Sorry, not off the bench, he was playing this game. He finds Hazard, he finds Insigne. Insigne chips the ball over the top towards Hazard, the former Chelsea man who scored against Chelsea in the previous game. He crosses the ball in towards Balotelli off the bench, but he puts the ball wide and it's still 0-0. And that was how the game finished. So, for our third game of the season, on the back of winning 2 trophies in 2 games, putting 7 goals past superb sides in Chelsea and Juventus, we were held to a goalless draw at home to Cagliari. And that was just, well, there's no other word to describe it but embarrassing. To not score a single goal, with such an incredible attack inside. I was just embarrassed. I really was. So 0-0 the final score, and that wasn't in the script, no doubt about it. But after that, we saw that the board have transfer listed Raphael because we haven't given in to his wage demands. He's on 60 grand a week. He's a backup goalkeeper who I really don't care too much for, and he's still complaining. So I look like I'm going to be selling Raphael now. I've just had enough of him, really. And you see here, we put in a bid for Paulo Oliveira. Don't really know too much about this guy, but I'm pretty sure as he's targeted by Wolfsburg, I think it is, he should be quite a decent player. So we offer £1 million plus Britos. Wouldn't mind him. He's valued at £5 million, so wouldn't mind him for centre-half cover, really. He's only 25 years old, so he's probably got a few stats to grow. And as he's valued at £5 million, he could be quite good, but the side at Atalanta want too much money for him, so we're not going to go back in for him. Fredrik Sorensen here, a player that plays for Bologna. I think he's Danish. I'm pretty sure he's Danish. We want to get this guy into our side. I actually had him at one of my previous career modes at Blackburn. He was really, really good. Very tall, very strong. So we offer Bologna £3 million plus Britos. We didn't go in for Vestergaard here. Yannick Vestergaard of Parma. He's very tall as well. I'm pretty sure he's 6'6" and 25 years old, valued at £5 million. We go in for him and we'll wait and see what Parma say there. We offer £3.63 million plus Britos, who is 32 years old and on the decline. So we offer him we offer Parma that much and plus Britos for that deal. Hopefully that will work. And also Akore, who we played against in the Super Cup. We inquire about Akore and we'll wait and see what Chelsea want. But also here we go in for Mattia Perrin, the Genoa goalkeeper, who's valued at £2.4 million. He's only 24 years old. He's an important first team player for Genoa. He is Italian and I'm pretty sure he would do as a backup goalkeeper. And to be honest, I've just had enough of Raphael now. He keeps complaining. He wants a new contract despite the fact he's been underperforming since we came into the club. And he's a backup goalkeeper now, and he wants a new contract. He's requested to be transfer listed. He's causing all sorts of problems. So to be honest, I don't really care whether we sign a goalkeeper that's worse than Raphael in terms of overall. So long as we get him out of the side, I'm happy, because I want to decrease the wage budget anyway. 60 grand a week for a backup goalkeeper that won't really play is pointless in my opinion. And to be honest, I really don't want him. So, we're just looking to replace him really. Hopefully, if you're a younger Italian goalkeeper, it's always nice to get players that are the same nationality as the club you're managing. So hopefully a younger Italian goalkeeper could come in. We put in loads and loads of bids for these players. Manone at Sunderland, Leali, Perin, Silvestri here of Chievo Verona. I'm not really sure how good all these players are, but, they seem to be important first-team players of their clubs. They're all over the £1 million valuation. And seeing as Raphael's a 79 overall player and only valued at £2 million, I don't really see why they'd be so bad. But we put in a bid for Badstuber here. I am still thinking about getting another centre-half, so we put in a bid for Badstuber, the Bayern Munich centre-half, 83 overall, £7 million valuation, but I don't think we're going to be able to afford him because we run out of money really. And also we're going for Ranocchia here. He's 29 years old, but his contract is expiring at the end of the year, so we could get him on a free in January, but he's valued at £4.5 million. I know he's 29 years old, so he's not that young, but he should still be a very decent player. He should be in the 80s. So we offer Inter Milan £3.2 million plus Britos, and we'll wait and see what happens there. We also look at signing Nathan Ake as well, because we had him at Millwall. He was pretty decent centre-half. Only 5'11", yes, but still a very decent centre-half. But he's on 60 grand a week, which is crazy for a centre-half, really. That's probably not even a first-team player at Chelsea. So we offer £1 million plus Britos, and we also go in for Ilari, the Portuguese centre-half at Liverpool. Not sure how you pronounce that. I know he's very, very quick. I've seen his Ultimate Team card, so he could be a pretty decent signing for us. Only 24 years old. I'd imagine he's got 80 plus potential, so we put in a bid of £2 million plus Britos, and we'll wait and see what happens there. Also, Karim Rekik, who is on loan at PSV Eindhoven, I think, in real life, not too sure, but he's a Man City centre-half anyway. He's Dutch, and I'm pretty sure this guy will have pretty good potential. So we offer £3 million plus Britos, and we'll wait and see what happens there. But we offered loads of transfers there, so we got all of these emails. Most of them were unacceptable bids we made. However, Inter Milan accepted a bid of £3 million plus Britos for Ranocchia, and the rest of the clubs said the bids were unacceptable. So Inter Milan accepted, £3.2 million. Inter Milan accepted a £3.2 million deal plus Britos for Ranocchia here. So yes, it's quite a lot of money. Yes, he's 29 years old, so not too much room to grow. But to be honest, Agbonna's 29 years old. He's got off to a quite good start for Napoli, and I'm sure he's going to be 80 plus already. So I would be pretty happy with that, to be honest. Britos is on the decline. He's only 76 overall, so I think that deal would be quite happy. So I'll be quite happy with that deal. So we go ahead and offer him a contract. We also saw that a couple of bids were unacceptable for these goalkeepers, and a few were accepted. Manone, Sunderland wanted 700 grand plus Raphael, so we counter offered for 400 grand plus Raphael, because I don't know how good Manone is in the game, but in real life he's got off to an amazing start in his Sunderland career. So I wouldn't mind getting Manone in as a backup goalkeeper. Ranocchia declined the contract, the Inter Milan centre half, so we offer him important first team player status, crucial first team player status, I should say, on a 2-year deal at 70 grand a week. And he goes and accepts the contract. So Ranocchia comes in, and yeah, it is a lot of money, £3.2 million plus Britos on 70 grand a week for a 29-year-old. But I think that's going to be a good deal for us. It's going to boost our centre half options, and it's going to make us a very strong force at defence. But also, Sunderland accepted a bid of 400 grand plus Raphael for Manone. I don't really know how good Manone is, but in real life he's playing really well for Sunderland at the moment, picking me up a lot of points on my fantasy side. So we go and offer him a contract there and wait and see what happens as well. And also, this is how Ranocchia looks. 6'5", very, very strong, very high aggression, some very good defensive stats, 81 overall. So I'm very happy with that. I really am. I think that's been a good deal for us. Yes, we could have got him on a free in January, but to be honest, I wanted him now, and I think the price was pretty fair, to be honest. So Ranocchia comes in, Britos goes to Inter Milan, and that's perfectly fine with me. We then offer Genoa another deal for Mattia Perin, because I'm pretty sure he'll be better than Manone as a backup goalkeeper, but I don't think we're going to be able to afford him. So with that in mind, we're just going to offer a quick deal here, and we'll wait and see what Genoa say. But after that, we saw that Juventus had a bid for Leali, who is really the goalkeeper I do want, because I know he's very, very good on career mode. We actually had him in my FIFA 13 career mode for AC Milan. He was pretty decent. So we offer Juventus a new deal, and we'll wait and see what happens there. But I don't think they're going to accept it, because it's not a lot of money, and the players aren't really that high valued. So doesn't look like he's going to be coming in. We put in another bid here for Colombi of Atalanta here, 26 years old. Again, I was just going down a list of Italian goalkeepers really that I know about from Ultimate Team, and I was just looking at this guy and I thought, maybe we don't really know too much about him, but he's an important first team player for Atalanta, so we can't be that bad. But after that, we saw that Manone had accepted the contract, so 400 grand plus Raphael for Manone. And to be honest, it's just about getting rid of Raphael. I don't really care whether we get someone in or not. Obviously, I care if we get someone in or not. I don't really care how good the player we get in, how good he is, to be honest, so long as we get rid of Raphael, because Raphael is just... I really don't like him. That's all I can say. I really, really don't like him. And I know that a few of you are probably watching this and saying, what the hell are you talking about, man? Seriously, Raphael, 79 overall. He's a great backup goalkeeper. But on 60 grand a week for a player that's always complaining, that's going to be bringing the morale down, I really, really don't want him. I really don't like him, to be honest. And I just want to get a replacement, preferably a younger Italian goalkeeper. Although, funny enough, Mannoni's actually 2 years older than Raphael. But as you see here, we've got two players we can sign, either Colombi of Atalanta or Mannone of Sunderland. And I didn't really know who to choose, really. I don't really know too much about Colombi. All I know about Mannone is that he's playing very well for Sunderland in real life. And to be honest, I don't really know anything about Colombi. So eventually I just stalled these offers, went and looked at my budget and saw, whether we could afford the 400 grand deal. And of course we could. So with that in mind, I decided to go ahead and accept the Vito Mannone deal. So Mannone is going to come in and join us, and I know that there's going to be some people in the comments saying that is the worst deal ever. 400 grand plus Raphael, who's 2 years younger. He's as you see, Mannone's rating is 4 ratings overall better. That's a terrible deal. But to me, the key important thing was getting rid of Raphael, and we've saved 30 grand on a wage budget. So if we are going to make pre-contract signings in January, that 30 grand difference could be a key factor. And he's not even that bad. He's 75 overall. He's got some very well balanced goalkeeper stats, and to be honest, I'm happy with that. It was all about getting rid of Raphael, really, and I'm pretty happy with that deal. So Mannone comes in, and yeah, I know I could have sold him for like £4 million during the a few weeks before this, but I made a mistake. I hold my hands up. I made a mistake with that transfer. I should have cashed in on him when I could, but I made a mistake. I hold my hands up. But in reality, I don't really mind too much. We've got a decent backup goalkeeper in who is Italian. He won't complain either because his squad status is sporadic first team player status, and that's perfectly fine with me. But the big deals really were that Bale went to Chelsea for £64.5 million. That was the biggest deal, and Balotelli joining us was the second biggest deal. So Bale has gone to Chelsea for £64.5 million. That's crazy. And here's a look at the negotiations page. All of the business we've done in the summer transfer window is listed here. So we've brought in loads of players: Ranocchia, Mannone, Di Mosquito's on loan, Florenzi, Desilio, Carrasco, Gutierrez on loan, Ogbonna and Balotelli. So loads of players have joined. Quite a few players have left as well, but loads of good signings. And this is how the side is set up. It's a 4-2-3-1. Bardi's in goal, a back four of Di Sigillo, Ranocchia, Ogbonna and Fabio, a holding midfield partnership of Hamsik, Bariti, an attacking free midfield of Lucas, Insigne and Hazard, and the striker is Mario Balotelli. The bench has Mannone, Fernandez, Carrasco, El Kaduri, Florenzi, Vargas and Lukaku, and the reserves are, relatively average, but still some good players in there as well. So yeah, I think this Napoli side is incredible. This is without doubt one of the best sides I've built in career mode. It looks incredibly strong. It really does. Without doubt one of the best I've built. And it looks brilliant. There are still some areas which I'd like to improve on, but I'm very, very happy with what we've done with this side. We have transformed this side massively since we originally took over in January last season, and we have just made them an incredible force. This side was sitting in 5th place, 10 points off the leaders last year. We went and won the Serie A. We've now transformed the club, and this side is going to be a formidable force for the rest of the series. I have no doubt in my mind that that is true. So I'm very happy with what we've done, and I know I say it in every single episode, but it's only because I know that a lot of you do want me to leave Napoli. Even if we do leave Napoli, for those of you that want me to stay, don't worry too much, because you will at least, we'll be coming up against them in the rest of the series, during the series, for the rest of the series, definitely. We will face them again if we do leave, because they look so good. I'm sure they will be getting to many, many European finals during this career mode. So that's how the side is set up in a 4-2-3-1. That was the squad report. We then had 2 World Cup qualifiers with Chile. We drew 1 and won 1. Before we take on Sampdoria here for our 3rd of 4 games during this episode. So we take on Sampdoria, and after we could only manage a goalless draw at home to Cagliari in our first league game, I was looking to get a better result, no doubt about this. Taking on Sampdoria, for our first away game of the season, really, really hopeful of getting the 3 points this time, and also scoring a couple of goals. To be held to a goalless draw was really quite embarrassing in our first game of the season with our attacking prowess. We take on Sampdoria, looking to get the first 3 points of the season. season, and I really do want to retain this league. I really do want to retain it. So, we would look to get our first win this season and hopefully make an emphatic one and show that game against Cagliari was just a bit of a blip, really. But anyway, the first chance in this game would actually fall to Sampdoria. Just like the Cagliari game, the first chance would come to the opponents, and they came forward here. A really good chance as Gabbiadini has played through. His chip shot is well saved by Bardi, and a follow-up header by Sampdoria's number 10 probably should have found the back of the net. So 5 minutes in, you probably should have said that Sampdoria should have been leading. And in the 7th minute, they came through again here. The number 21 plays the ball through to Gabbiadini. He rolls it through. Great chance for Ladera, I think it is, he shoots. But it's a good save by Bardi. So good stop by our goalkeeper, and it is still Sampdoria 0, Napoli 0. But they were really threatening in the first few minutes. They clearly sensed a weakness in our side, despite the fact our team lineup looks incredible. But in the 14th minute here, some nice passing, finds Marek Hamšík. He finds Balotelli, takes a touch and chips the ball over the top towards Lucas here. He's on the corner of the area, but I tried to half volley the ball over the goalkeeper into the back of the net, but unfortunately I couldn't get it on target. It was still 0-0. In the 38th minute, we had a free kick here. I was trying to set the side up so I could roll it off to Balotelli for him to strike it, but unfortunately he was always the second man, so I thought, never mind, I'll just let him strike it. Balotelli with the second man, free kick, shoots, but unfortunately goes straight to Fiorio, who has a simple catch, and it's still 0-0. And in the 45th minute here, Sampdoria get onto the ball. They give the ball away eventually, as Bonner makes a great sliding tackle here, wins the ball for us, plays a great free ball to Hazard as well. Really good work by Bonner. It's Hazard who gets past his man. He's got the pace to get around his man, then the step over and shoots and finds the top corner. And that is what 140 grand a week gets you. What a fantastic finish by Hazard into the top corner. Does the push-up celebration to celebrate, and that's his second goal in the Napoli shirt in 4 games. So brilliant finish by Hazard, and that was a lovely, lovely goal there. Great tackle by Bonner. Hazard runs past the man, avoids the slide tackle, then step overs past the second defender, and that finish was brilliant. He's a right-footed player playing on the left, and he can certainly smash them into the top corner. So I'm confident he and Lucas are going to get a lot of goals cutting into their right and left feet respectively. I know Lucas is a right-footed player, but even so, I still think those two could get a lot of goals for us from cutting in from the wing. So Hazard gets the goal, and it's 1-0 to Napoli here. But in the 65th minute, Rafael Toloi gives the ball away for Sampdoria. Balotelli gets on it, heel-to-heel flick around Mustafi, goes through 1-on-1, but the goalkeeper outwits him and makes the save. So I really should have scored with Balotelli, but I completely messed up the finish, and it was still 1-0. But from the corner, it was towards Ranocchia. It goes to Balotelli on the bicycle kick. It takes a deflection, but it goes into the gloves of Fiorio. So still 1-0 here. But in the 73rd minute, it's Sampdoria on the ball. Regani gets onto it, but he gives the ball away. It's Lucas who dispossesses him. He just about keeps the ball on, rolls it through to Bariti. Bariti gets onto it. He loses the ball, but Lucas once again dispossesses Regani. He was having a terrible game. He gets onto the ball and crosses it in. There's Mario Balotelli, heads the ball past Fiorio, and it's Sampdoria 0, Napoli 2. And he may not have scored in the game against Cagliari when he came off the bench, but he does score in this game to make it, what was that? I think that was 6 goals in 4 games. So another goal for Balotelli, and it's 2-0 to us here. And in the 81st minute here, Sampdoria come forward. A good chance for them as their number 10 carries the ball forward before playing out wide to their number 15. Not going to try and pronounce that name. He plays the ball forward, so nice link-up play between those two, but the shot eventually hits the post and goes wide for a goal kick. So Sampdoria 0, Napoli 2 was the final score. We do collect the first 3 points of the series. That is great. And I was very, very pleased with that, to get back to winning ways after that disappointing goalless draw at home to Cagliari. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. The last part of this episode is the live commentary, the live game against PSV Eindhoven in our Champions League debut during this series. So thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you do enjoy the rest of the video. If you can leave a like, that's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. It only takes a second. Thank you so much for 100 episodes. And yeah, enjoy the live game. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed the video and do enjoy the video, and yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for all the support in this series, enjoy the live game, and I'll see you for episode 101 very soon. Okay guys, so here we are. This is the live part of episode 100. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the episode so far. I really hope you guys are enjoying this video. And I'm sure I would have said about 1,000 times already, but if you could leave a like on this video, please do so, because that is much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. It seems to be a bit of a catchphrase for me at the moment. But yeah, please leave a like if you haven't already, because it only takes a second to click that like button. It really does help my channel. But yeah, this is the live part of episode 100. I really hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I'm not sure how it would be going down, reacting to what this episode was, a special episode, what the episode was going to be about for a special video. But hopefully you guys are enjoying it regardless. This is the Champions League debut for me as a manager, so we want to win it. Let's have Florenzi in there for Lucas. I might try Carrasco through the middle. I've always wanted to try him as a playmaker like that, so let's go with that. I think I'll also start Lukaku ahead of Balotelli, and we'll have Fernandez starting ahead of Ranocchia, and yeah, I think that's okay. Guys, I just love this squad. I absolutely love it. It's just so awesome. Let's take out Bariti as well, and let's put on. Let's have Ivanovic on the bench for the old. No, it's having a Stasic. We've barely used these two yet so far this season. In fact, I don't think they've played a single minute. So, yeah, this will do for the squad for our Champions League debut, and yeah, let's get right into it. So, yeah, guys, hopefully you're enjoying episode 100. I'll be completely honest with you, I haven't edited a single minute of it so far, so I've just literally turned on my mic just to record this part, because I know what I'm going to be doing for episode 100, so I'm pretending like I've already made half the episode, but I haven't. But anyway, yeah, it's the Champions League debut for us as a manager in this series. We're taking on PSV Eindhoven at home here at the Stadio San Paolo, and yeah, I'm hopeful to get the first 3 points in our first attempt here. You know, the Champions League, it's taken us, well, we're into our 5th season now to get Champions League football in this series. It's taken a very, very long time, but you know, hopefully it'll be worth it. Imagine if we could win a Champions League in our debut season as a manager. That would be fantastic. So, yeah, that would be amazing. But as I said, guys, hopefully you are enjoying this video. It should take me an absolute age to do, so if you can leave a like, it's much appreciated. But for this commentary, like, I have no like topics or anything. I've got literally nothing to talk about, and I'm contemplating using some of the questions I didn't get round to in the Europa League final, because I just finished recording that this afternoon. It's Monday evening for me. You'll be watching this on Friday, I think. And I just finished recording the Europa League final this afternoon. I didn't get around to all the questions, so I might carry on if that's okay. I don't know why I'm saying if that's okay, because I'm the one in control here. But you know, I think I'll do that, because I didn't really have a set commentary for this. I thought I was just going to talk normally, but I guess I'll do that. That will sort of be a good sort of. I guess it'll be good for those that didn't get their questions answered. But yeah, let's do that. Again, yeah, it's a live commentary. Let's do the Q&A. If you want to ask me questions for the live commentaries and so on, you can follow me on Twitter at @DocLanders. I've said about 1,000 times now, but I highly recommend following me on Twitter. It literally is just the best place to be if you want to stay up to date with my videos, because YouTube sub boxes really do suck, yet Twitter is always reliable. Whenever I upload, there's a tweet gets posted within about 5-10 minutes at the max, and there's a link to the video, so you'll never miss a video. My Twitter's at @DocLanders, and you can find all my social media stuff in the description: Instagram, Spotify, Pinterest, Facebook, all that stuff. But yeah, let's get down to the questions, and let's see if we can get through quite a few of these that are left over. The first question of today's live commentary is from Joe, and Joe says, "What is your life goal?" That's a great question to start with. It's funny, these types of questions, which sound quite generic, they never really come up, you know. I always get the same sort of questions. I never really get these sort of generic ones, but these are the ones I like. These are the ones I really like, so they make you think, and they should be quite interesting for the viewers that want to get to know the YouTuber a little bit better. My life goal is so simple. Like, all I want to do is be happy. It's, you know, I'm 21 for those that don't know, and literally all I want in my life is to be happy. So long as I can afford, as long as I can get to a stage in my life where I'm happy and nothing is, well, obviously there will be certain parts you can't be, you know, completely happy. I don't think many people in the world can ever be completely happy, but just getting to a stage where you're satisfied with life and are happy with many aspects of it. That's all I want, really. That's my life goal. I just want to get to that stage, and hopefully one day I will. By the way, if I sound like I've been crying, I haven't. It's just I'm really, really tired. I did not sleep last night. I've been working all through today to get some videos done for you guys, and my voice has been lost a little bit. And I will tell you what, that is an absolutely lovely goal, because that had some superb skill from Captain. Was that Captain Fantastic? I think it was. That was wonderful. 1-0 up. What a header by Lukaku. Oh, this team. I just love this team so much. It was Hamsik. Look at that. Oh, I love this team. I love this team. Seriously, take Balotelli out the side, and you got this monster in Lukaku waiting to play. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I want to get to a stage in my life where I'm happy, basically. To answer Joe's question, without meaning to get too depressing straight away. Life hasn't really gone the way I've hoped it would at all for any of my 21 years. But I just want to get to a stage where I'm happy. I just want to get to a stage where I wake up in the morning, I don't resent myself, and I'm just happy. That's my life goal. Like I hear some people, and I see some people with just ridiculous life goals, and so many goals which are so hard to achieve. I want to do this by the time I'm 24. I want to have this, I want to have that, and it's like, I want to have so much money and so on, and wow, thank God I went wide, and, have all these unrealistic aims, and I always think, seriously, lower your expectations, I shouldn't be one to talk about lowering expectations because my expectations and standards are really high. But even so, there are certain life goals which I think are way too unrealistic. But mine of just wanting to be happy, I think that's perfectly fine, don't you? But it should be a God-given right, really, to be happy, let alone have it as a life goal. But anyway, we'll get to the next question in just a moment. But Seguilo's on the run, and I've just given the ball away. But I want it back, and that should be a foul when I get the free kick, so I'm swing it in. Thank you very much, referee. The next question comes from Dan Healy, and he says, opinions on the alien debate, brackets, whether they exist or not. It's a good thing you put that in brackets. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. That's a hard question, isn't it? Whether they exist or not. I actually mentioned in the Europa League final, when I spoke about whether I believe in God or not, our universe is so unexplored that you can never rule out the possibility. So, I can't say yes or no, obviously, but I would never rule out the possibility of there being any kind of extraterrestrial life out there somewhere. The next question comes from it's from Tammy, and she says, when I get to her question, actually I know what it is, I can remember it. It was, how did you get the name? Yeah, so Tammy says, how did you get the name, nickname Docklanders? My username was suggested to me by my dad years ago, and yeah, that's it. The funny thing about my nickname and my username is it's actually not strictly mine. It's not like sort of my username, which I'm the only one that uses it, for example. It's used on several forums, it's used for several accounts, and even my PSN isn't actually Docklanders. Someone else already has that. My Docklanders is a variation of the word. That's a penalty, ref, thank you. So, yeah, it's funny. It's not actually mine. It's sort of like a generic one, really. But I guess on YouTube it's mine, so I'm claiming it. Jamie Creek says, do you like PC gaming? If you do, I'd love it if you did some on your second channel. I don't really have the time anymore. I wish I did, but I don't really have the time anymore. I used to play Football Manager extensively. I love Football Manager. I used to absolutely love playing it. But I just don't have the time anymore. I really don't. Lukaku hit that penalty with so much power, he couldn't celebrate. I don't have the time for PC gaming anymore. Football Manager takes an absolute age. The only other PC game I've sort of played extensively is Age of Mythology. Has anyone ever played that? It's a bit like Age of Empires. Age of Mythology is the only other game I've played with PC, really. Oh, also, obviously Championship Manager, if you can look at a variation of Football Manager, but also Portal. I've played that a little bit, but it's kind of difficult for me to play Portal because I could only ever play it on my old PC and the specs were pretty bad, but I played Portal. That game frustrated the hell out of me. Like, seriously, I'm really bad at, like, puzzle games and strategy games like that. That game frustrated the hell out of me. Like, I literally just could not do it. There were certain levels where I'd be stuck there for like 2 hours, and it would be like the simplest solution, and yet I still couldn't do it. Even if I look at even if I was on like walkthroughs, I still. Oh, what a block! It's kills that Captain Fantastic. Is there anything this guy can't do? Oh my! He's just blocked the ball before it was going to cross the line. What a start to this game, seriously. Yeah, that game frustrated the hell out of me, but I really did enjoy it. But yeah, I used to love PC gaming, but I don't have the time for it now anymore. I only play video games for YouTube, I only play FIFA for YouTube. So I just don't have the time anymore, I'm afraid. I've always thought of doing like a sort of a series for my second channel. You know how so many big YouTubers have like their second channels where they play other games and they sort of run those like one video in 2 days sort of stuff. Like Nepenthez at the moment is doing like iPhone games on his second channel, and those are really, really cool. I'm really enjoying those. I know like MGH has one called MGH Plays. I've always thought of doing something like that, but I don't think I'm a big enough YouTuber really to sort of run this channel and that channel simultaneously, but also to sort of make it worth watching for a large chunk of people. But I've always thought about it. I've always wanted to do PS1 retro walkthroughs. I've got like a box full of PS1 games, although apparently the PS4 can't play PS1 games. I don't know if that's true or not. If it's true or not, can you let me know in the comments? Because I'd like to know that without trying it myself and breaking the console. But apparently it can't play PS1 games. That sucks if that's the case, because the PS3 could play it. But yeah, I've always wanted to do like PS1 games, like I've got Abe's Odyssey. Anyone ever played that, or is that a game that's just too old for you guys? Abe's Odyssey, Crash Bash, what a game that was. Spider-Man, I've got that as well sitting in my my box. I've got loads and loads of like retro PS1 games. I've always thought it'd be fun to do walkthroughs of those, but I don't know. I guess I don't really have the time for it anyway. It's just sort of like a little bit of a pipe dream, really. But yeah. I guess if I ever got big enough, then yeah, I'd probably do some second channel gaming. But for the time being, it's a no, I'm afraid. The next question comes from when I get to it. The Unknown, and he says, "Are superstitions relevant today?" Yeah, why not? I think they're just harmless fun anyway. Superstitions, I think they always have been as well. Oh, I thought I was going to cut it back again. I think superstitions have always been kind of just harmless fun, and no one really takes them seriously, so there's nothing wrong with them, really. Ewan says, "What annoys you more, ignorance or arrogance?" Oh, ignorance, definitely. I hate ignorance. The next question comes from Samuel, and he says, "If you could go and live amongst one species, not human, what species and why?" I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've always wanted to just like, not really completely answering the question, but I've always wanted to live like with like a group of cats. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but I've always just wanted to do that, because cat hierarchy and like hierarchy, I can't pronounce it properly. Cat hierarchy and like the sort of the way that cats think. I just imagine that would be so brilliant, because my grandparents own a farm, and in the barn they always have like stray cats, or they used to have stray cats whenever I used to visit as a kid. They always had like loads and loads of stray cats just running around the barn, and I always remember just looking at them, and they all like sort of slept in the same place. And I was just, as a kid, I always thought that was so cool. Like, seriously, I can just imagine, like, they all, like, designate jobs for each other. So, one cat goes out and gets the rats just to get some food. The other cat goes out and tries to be sociable with the grandparents. I always thought that was so funny. I'd love to sort of live amongst a few cats and see what they do. Oh, my goodness. Bardi, what a save, mate. What a save that is. I tell you what, I was never really convinced by Raphael, but this goalkeeper's got off to an amazing start. I think he's only conceded 2 goals in his opening few appearances. Really good. The next question comes from... anyway, Cats was the answer to that question. The next question comes from Fazil, and he says, "Favourite movie of all time?" I think Coach Carter. I said that in a commentary not too long ago. I think Coach Carter is... Oh, what a save again! I think Coach Carter's probably my favourite movie. It's really good. I've enjoyed that. It's one of those films like you can never be in like the wrong mood to watch. You know what I mean? If you're in a good mood, it's a good movie. If you're in a bad mood, it's a good movie. It's just a really good movie, Coach Carter. So yeah, I'd probably say that it's one of my favourites anyway, and I probably would say it is my favourite. The next question comes from I'll get to it in a second. Once I've got the ball away, way unlucky son. Next question comes from Callum, and he says, "When will there be a nuclear war, and who will fire first?" Well, I know the answer to both those questions, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm currently scavenging supplies and putting them in my bunker. No, I don't know. As I said actually many live commentaries ago, I do predict there will be some kind of nuclear warfare in my lifetime, but I don't know when. I won't imagine it will happen for a very long time anyway. And as for who will fire first, if you mean who's going to sort of be the idiotic leader in charge of a country to start World War III, if you will. I wouldn't be surprised to see it sort of be antagonised by or started, if you will, by North Korea or Iran or a country like that, which doesn't really understand the threats, really. Doesn't really understand it on the grand scheme of things. Anyway, the next question comes from Arib, and I'll get to that in just a second, in a minute. I don't know though, nuclear warfare is always the sort of thing that's interested me a lot. I mean, I do think we will see some nuclear warfare in my lifetime, but it is interesting to think about how countries will react, and what country do you think will be stupid enough to start it, which country has the most ridiculous people in charge, what the defense systems are like. It always does interest me because it is like such a global threat, really, if it was ever to come to the surface. But we'll see. Anyway, I just went completely back to that question there, so I was about to answer another one. The next question comes from Arib, and he says, if you're a supervillain, what would your evil power be? My evil power? I've always wanted, like, invisibility as a superpower. Like, it's not really an evil superpower, it could be used in both ways. I've always wanted the power to just be invisible. I don't know why. I'd imagine that all sort of stems, because I've always wanted to be invisible. I imagine that sort of stems from my anxiety and my sort of like self-consciousness about my appearance. I'd imagine that's what that stems from. But I don't know, like I don't know what superpower I'd have to sort of tailor towards evil. But yeah, I guess I'll just go with invisibility because I've always wanted that. The next question comes from Jamie, and he says, would you rather find a cure for cancer or world hunger? I don't really know if you can find a cure for world hunger per se, but I guess if you somehow could, miraculously, I would say world hunger, because I was going to say it's more of an issue, but I guess it is really. It's well, they're both horrible things, but I'd say world hunger, because I'd say it's more, I was going to say more relevant. Why would I say it's more relevant? It's not relevant to me at all. I don't know. I just say world hunger just because, YOLO and stuff. I don't know. Oh, wow. That's a lovely touch, Florenzi. I only realised, like, in a couple of games after I signed it was only 3-star skills. I thought it was 4-star. That sucks. Oh, well. The next question comes from Evan. He says, oh, this one I've already answered. Favourite movie and why? Coach Carter, because it's a film for every single mood. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. What a ball! What a tackle with Bono! What a signing he's been. Yeah, next question comes from Andrew, and he says, opinions on the Ukraine athletes not being able to wear black armbands in respect to the dead in the clashes in Kiev. I haven't been watching the Winter Olympics. Apparently it finished today, or yesterday, I don't know. I haven't been watching it at all, I don't care less. But I know that one Ukrainian skier, I think it was a female skier, pulled out of the Olympics, or decided not to race because she wasn't allowed to wear a black armband or something like that. I don't know whether it's a fault from the organisers of the event or whether it's the Ukraine Commission or committee basically saying that they don't want to draw more attention to it. Not draw more attention to it, but have it, make a political statement, if you will. But yes, 3-1, game over surely. But Lukaku's having a collapse on the pitch. But he's been possessed by the devil. But yeah, if it is to do with the IOC not allowing the athletes to wear the armbands, I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. I read a comment from someone saying that the Olympics should not be a event for people to make political statements, and I think that's so stupid. If people want to protest and they want to show their support, it's not even protesting, it's showing their support for people that died. I don't understand why that's so wrong. I can't understand why it would cause such an issue. It wouldn't cause such an issue, and I'm not going to say it's PC gone mad, but it's still a very, I know it is a sensitive topic, but it's still one of those frustrating things for me. The next question comes from Henrik Lehman, and he says, have you ever felt depressed, and if so, why? This guy has not seen my second channel. If you want the answer to that question, I would recommend going onto my second channel, and it's DocsHD if you want to find it, youtube.com/DocsHD, and you might find the answer to that question. Oh dear, there's so few people that are subscribed to my second channel, and rightfully so, but whenever I get questions like that, I always think they should just do a little bit of investigation. They'll understand why that question is easy to be answered. But anyway, next question comes from Mastro, and he says, well, we'll get to it in just a moment. Oh, such a shocking ball. What's it doing there? Oh, cool, free kick. What would you have been if you didn't become a YouTuber? What would I have been? Probably a professional pole vault jumper. No, I'm not a YouTuber. This is not my job. I don't. I haven't moved out. I still do this in my own bedroom as a loser of a 21-year-old. This is not my job, basically. So, yeah, sorry to disappoint you, but yeah, there you go. Let's bring on the Stasic and bring all you terrors in a bit. Haven't played the Stasic yet, so yeah, it's not my job, unfortunately. But yeah, there you go. Next question comes from I'm running out of questions. Next question comes from Harry Clark, and he says, "Why are you such an awesome FIFA YouTuber?" It's all to do with my I was going to say something funny, but I better not, because that might be offensive to some people. No, I'm such an awesome FIFA YouTuber because I am amazing at what I do. But no, it's lovely for you to think that. But I actually don't regard myself as a very good FIFA YouTuber. I regard myself as a committed and persistent one. But I actually think I'm quite average when it comes down to my ability as a YouTuber. But oh, you lucky boy, goalkeeper. But yeah, it's nice to know that some people out there think I'm good, so thank you very much. But I guess I'm awesome because you guys make me awesome, you know, because otherwise, without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do these videos. So yeah, there you go. It's we're all in this together. Is that from High School Musical or something? I don't know where that song's from. I've heard it numerous times, but yeah, we work together, and that's why we're an awesome partnership. I'm not an awesome FIFA YouTuber. We're an awesome YouTube channel together. Oh, Florenzi's got round his man. This can seal the game. This can... Oh, God. What was I trying to do there? Next question comes from Mattboy98, and he says, "What is your favourite kind of player to watch, e.g. target man creator?" I love a good creator. I love someone that can just rack up assist after assist after assist. So I'd say someone that sort of reads the game so well and opens up space and just creates so many chances. I love players that are unselfish. I love players that work hard, and I love players that are team players. So I guess I'll go with a creator really. But yeah, team players of any kind are just the best. You know, I love seeing someone give their all for the team. It feels so good to see. But that's a good cross in. Lukaku could get his 4th goal of the game, and every single time he seems to celebrate with a ghost. Oh, that's funny. Next question comes from Harry Kelly, and I think it's the last question. He says, "Do you ever wonder how our lives would have turned out without education?" Not very well is the answer to that question. I think a lot of people badmouth education, and even I badmouthed education a little bit in my my Europa League final video, but no, I think education, a lot of people are so anti-education as well. So many young people are like, you know, they can't wait to leave school and so on. And it's not that I disagree that they should be wanting to leave school early, because I left school relatively early at 17. But, you know, I never went to university or anything. But I think a lot of people sort of just believe that when they leave school, everything's going to be good. And take it from someone that knows, it isn't. It's very, very hard to find jobs in this economy, especially in the UK, especially if you don't have very good qualifications, and if you're not naturally smart and you have no connections like me. It's very difficult. So yeah, I know it's not an answer to that question, but to answer the question, how do you think our lives would have turned out? Very, very poorly, because education is a must. I think it's a must for every child in the world, and it's something which needs to be invested in more. But there you go. And that's it. I'm actually out of questions, so sorry about that. I just favorited a load of them, and I didn't realise I was going to need them for 2 videos, but that's my stupid fault really for not concentrating. Fabio, penalty, ref, come on, ref, give us a pen. Well, I'm so tired. Still, I'm glad we're going to win our Champions League debut. Carrasco, straight to goalkeeper. I can't wait for Carrasco to score his first Napoli goal as well. He's been so non-existent in this game, hasn't he? He's done like nothing, which is a bit of a shame. Let's bring on Gutierrez for Hamsik or Fabio. Hamsik or Fabio. Hamsik or Fabio. Hamsik has less energy, sorry. Fabio has less stamina. I want to make sure these two both play on the weekend. Let's take off Hamsik. And I'm sure Fabio will be okay. But yeah, I'm out of questions, I'm afraid. So for the next 15 in-game minutes, you'll have to listen to me and natter on about nothing, I'm afraid. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the video anyway. As I said, I haven't done any work on it yet so far, but I know what I'm planning to do with it. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. It should be it's going to be like a really long episode. Hopefully like a 1 hour long episode, and maybe even a little bit more than that. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. Should be good fun. I've done 1 hour videos before. I've done a few of them, and I've done live videos before and live commentary. So grouping them together should be good fun, because I'm sure that the response on the Europa League final video for what people want would have been really mixed. So it's going to be hard to please everyone, unfortunately. That's just the worst part about my YouTube channel. My audience is so... You guys are so different. Like, you all want different things, you know, and it's so... Like, a great example is when I offered you guys a choice between Millwall and Manchester City many episodes ago. And the vote, there was over 4,000 people that voted, and it was only settled by a couple hundred votes. That's crazy. And, you know, it's everyone seems to want different things, and it means that when I do something, like simulating games is another great example. Like, last season I simulated quite a few games, because so many people were like, keep simming the games, because it's good to see how you set your team up and how they perform without you on the pitch doing the work for them. And, you know, we get to the next season quicker. And then so many people were like, don't simulate games because it ruins the fun. You don't get to play with the players, so they're basically useless, and it's, you know, pointless just you know, seeing a scoreline and not actually getting to see any gameplay. So it's annoying how everyone wants different things, but it's very annoying for me, because I'm the type of person that wants to please everyone. You know, like I will happily go without so long as everyone else is happy, and I can't do that when everyone wants different things. So it's really frustrating for me, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video anyway. If it isn't, like, if this video didn't turn out to be what you were hoping for, maybe you guys were hoping for a full live episode, maybe you guys were hoping for just a regular normal episode, maybe you guys were hoping for like a live stream or something. I can't live stream just yet, but I will do very soon. Then I'm sorry that it may not have lived up to your expectations, but hopefully you've enjoyed it anyway, and yeah, we will be coming, I'd imagine by this time in the video, in the episode, we'll be coming towards the end of the video, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've said that about 20 times now, but there you go. Oh god, I want a 5th goal. I want to really destroy PSV, because they have that player called Bakali, and I am never going to sign him in career mode, ever. Ever. Come on, Lukaku, you got 4. Can you get 5? Oh, Willem's in trouble. No, never mind. Oh god, I feel so out of it. I really do. I'm so tired, and I've been ill anyway, as you guys know. I can't wait to just... Once I finish this, I'm going to get in the bath, have a nice, long, relaxing bath, and then I'm going to get into bed and have a nice, long sleep tonight. I've got to wake up at 6 in the morning, so that's not good, but anyway. I wonder if I can... Do you know what? I'll answer another question. I was just talking about 9/11 on Twitter. I just said I spend way too much time watching 9/11 documentaries. And a guy called Theodore Valkovy, I think that is, just tweeted me, and he said... I said I spend way too much time watching it. He said, oh, body, need good footwork, don't do a Raphael on me. And he said... oh, God. Hang on a minute, let me get out of this tight situation first. There's a man running through there. It's Carrasco. Oh, he's onside. He's onside. He's onside. Can he keep it on? Oh, no. Just stop the ball, Carrasco. Just stop the ball. And he says, Theodore says, yeah, same here. Do you remember anything of it when you were a kid? You were 8 then, right? He's referring to 9/11. Was I 8 years old when 9/11 happened? Yeah, I guess I was. I was 8 or 9. No, I would have been... Hang on. Yes, I was born in 92, so I would have been 8. Yes, he's right. He knows more than me. Do I remember anything that happened in 9/11? All I remember was coming home from school, and in my primary school, and all I remember was coming home from school, and I had this like stereo, like CD player, built-in radio kind of thing. I had this like like a CD, radio, cassette tape player. Does anyone remember cassettes? Is anyone old enough to remember cassettes? And I had this like sort of built-in sort of stereo thingy, and I just listened to like BBC Radio 2 coverage on repeat for like 3 hours, because even at that age I still found it absolutely terrifying. I don't think I like cried or anything, but I never really cry at any of those sort of tragedies. But I just remember being a little bit scared. I mean, I was 8 years old, for Christ's sake, and even if it was happening in a different country, it's still very scary. But yeah, it was odd. But no, like, to answer your question, I don't really remember too much from 9/11, to be honest. But I always just think about it. I think about that day so much, man. I really do. I don't know why, but lately I've been watching so many 9/11 documentaries as well. But there you go. Anyway, guys, I would imagine that's the end of the video, but I would imagine this is the end of the episode. So yeah, I'm almost certain it would have been. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, because that's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. I'm sorry that the last like 10 minutes have been a little bit quiet, but I've run out of things to say and I'm absolutely shattered. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed episode 100. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, because that's much appreciated and it really, really does help my channel out, and it only takes a second to click that like button. I can't thank you guys enough for the support on this series. You guys make this series possible. You guys keep my channel alive. So thank you so much for all the support on this series, for all the support on my channel in general. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Please do so. And I usually ask for a comment, don't I, at the end of the videos. But do you know what? Like, when I first did 100 episodes of career mode, my original comment was, here's to 100 more. So let's do it again. Let's if you watched all the way through and you enjoyed the video, just comment, here's to 100 more, and I'll see how many of you have stayed until the very end. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video and stay towards the end, please comment, here's to 100 more, and I will see you for episode number 101 very soon.